Hello, dear friend, and welcome back to the SWRA Podcast. This is episode number 10. I am your host, Maggie Lazarre, and on this podcast, we intersect aging, wellness, and wisdom. So today we're going to start with the topic of wellness. I believe that in order for us to enjoy this second phase of our lifetime, that we ought to fully embrace a life that is full of adventures, learning, new experiences as we age in place. And wellness is the concept that is going to get us there. Wellness meaning a state of being that includes physical. It's not just feeling good in our bodies. It also includes our mental health. It also includes socialization. It also includes spirituality, right? So wellness itself is a concept of well-being that encompasses all these things that I just mentioned. So, as an older person, and we know our history, we've worked for decades, we have neglected ourselves, our health, because we were taking care of everybody else but us. But thankfully, now that we have retired and have started on this new adventure of life, we are a bit more focused on wellness. Now, I'm not saying everyone is, because a lot of us, we hear the word retirement, and in our mind, we're thinking, oh, that means having fun. That means going to this restaurant, that restaurant. That means playing golf. And nothing wrong with those. But have you really looked around, look at your life, and see, am I committed to a life of wellness? How much alcohol do you drink? Are you a smoker? Are you actively engaged in an exercise program where you are moving and not sitting around and just jumping from one activity to the other? How is your mental health? Do you have moments where you are in the dumps, and are your moods very up and down all the time, right? Are you spiritually connected? Because there is research that shows that people who are spiritually connected do well health-wise, whether it is going to surgery, whether it is managing a chronic illness, or whether it is facing, something catastrophic. Your spirituality, your sense of connectedness to a higher power is so important, and that is part of wellness. Another thing about wellness is socialization. People think that if I remove myself from everybody, if I stay in this little corner, even though you might be an introvert like I am, but you need people. Mankind is a social being. So it may not be easy. It may not come naturally to you, but you have to understand you cannot separate that from your overall sense of well-being. So there's a lot that goes into that. It's not just eating right and exercise. You got to think about your family connections, right? Especially if you are an expat and some people just did not see eye to eye with your decision. What are you doing to maintain the relationship? The ability to forgive and to move on, that is important. So when you are I mean, when you're laying in your bed and you look back on your life, are there any relationships you feel that you need to go and nurture and get things right? That's important because it's going to give you peace of mind. So today, I just want you to understand what goes into the concept of wellness, that it's not one thing. And I mentioned to the group this week that the trend in 2026 is to view health on a continuum as a holistic model. So there are multiple prongs, and we have to make sure we hit all of them. Okay? So that's all I have for you today. Think about, look at your health, look at your life, take inventory, and be true to yourself. If you have areas where you have to do a little work, come on, let's do it. We are grown. And like I always say, we don't have time. We don't have time to waste. All right. So I will see you tomorrow where we're going to talk about wisdom. I'm so excited because that is something that is near and dear to my heart. All right. I will see you in the next episode. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bonne journée. Bye.